Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever and wherever you are. On this week's episode of Greetings From, we discuss Game of the Year. That's right, it is halfway through the year and we decided it's never too late to start your Game of the Year list. We discuss all the games that we've played and rank them in accordance to their category. Join us as we discuss our mid-year 2019 Game of the Year. Enjoy!
Greetings, travelers. It is July 21st, 2019, and this is episode 18 of the Greetings From podcast. My name is Rebecca Faye, and I am joined as always by my two very good friends. First, what's up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never fucking learned how to read. How about you, Olivia Quinn?
I know how to read, Jared. I can help you. I'm sorry. You're illiterate. It's a reflection of the state of our country.
The education system in this country is just not good. It's just not good at all. Made it all the way to 19 and I never fucking learned how to read.
I mean, we have the internet now. You don't need to read.
But how will I read the internet?
Don't question me.
Okay. You know, when I reset my computer, it started with voice narration on, and so I had this very loud voice being like, "We're fixing it!" like over and over and over and over again. It was really weird and upsetting, and I couldn't turn it off for like 2 hours. So
there's a lot of prompts. That thing reads a lot.
And it kept reading them. Like, it kept reading them. Like, you know how Windows will be like, "Don't worry, we're working on it." Like, he just kept going like, "Don't worry, we're working on it. Don't worry, we're working on it."
Was it soothing or was it annoying?
It was upsetting. Whatever Microsoft's default male voice is just the bad place. Guaranteed bad place. I'm also joined by my other very good friend. Come on down to Del Taco. They got fresh avocado. Do you want some, Tyler Smith?
No, only the, what's it called? The vegan option. Beyond Meat, please.
No fresh avocado here.
No fresh avocado. Mm-mm.
Got my free
$99
taco. And then he like falls. That's my favorite line.
Yeah. I had a really hard time picking what vines I wanted to use. The one that I had that was the honorable mention was, "Sure, you may be verified on Twitter, but are you verified in the eyes of God?" Which to me is also a very good one.
Yes.
All right, so it is the middle of 2019. In most places, it is hot as hellfire, or it's muggy, or it's underwater, or it's getting rained on. So pretty much it just sucks across the board. And so, you know, we've come a long way this year. We've put out a lot of episodes this year. We played a lot of games this year. And the Greetings From podcast Conglomerate Association, TM, Do Not Steal, we created a thing last year for our Game of the Year awards called the Posties, where we hand out posties, not related to Post Malone's, to the games that we loved, stealing all of the format but none of the flavor from the Doritos Pops Game Awards. So, you know, if you can believe it, this year's half over. Sometimes it seems like it's going really fast, and sometimes it seems like it's going really slow. But it seemed like a good time to sit down and think about where we're at on the road to the Posties. You guys up for some mid-year GOTYs?
Let's do it.
It's like March, right? We haven't burned this entire year. It's still...
I believe it is January 15th.
It feels like that. I swear to fucking God. Where did this year go?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I do feel like June went really fast, and so now it's already the middle of July, and I'm kind of like, wait a minute. Did I just, like, fall asleep?
I can't believe it. I thought it was 4th of July just happened. We just celebrated the birthday of America, and now it's...
That was 2 days ago.
And it's literally now almost summer solstice, and half the year is done.
I know. It feels really weird. It actually feels kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, where would you say you guys are at in terms of GOTYs? Have you gotten to play a lot of games from 2019, or are you still, like, working? No, that's a hard no, Olivia.
I was looking.
That's a hard no across the board.
We do this in video now, so I can shake my head aggressively, and that's a benefit. I was looking at that, like, the list of the games that came out this year, and I was like, not that many games came out this year. And then like seeing a spreadsheet of all of the games is really overwhelming, because you're like, fuck, I didn't play like 90% of these. So
Yeah.
And, you know, I told myself this wasn't going to happen. I was going to keep up with new releases, but now I have 5 months to play 12 months of games. So, I'm feeling stressed.
You got it. You got it. I was really surprised because I went through the E3. I was trying to think of games that were coming out, and I was like, oh, a ton of stuff was announced at E3 that was still coming out this year, and like the sheer amount of stuff that's just like 2019, no date. I would think we're running short on time. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the year actually shakes out in terms of what comes out and what doesn't.
As long as Untitled Goose Game makes it out this year. I've been waiting too long for Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, I feel that. I think for some reason I was convinced that it was coming out in December, and then that wasn't true, and so I'm just hoping that that's like a prophecy that has been foretold to me for the future, and that it's going to come out in December.
I just imagine you waking up in like a cold sweat and being like, "Oh, it's December. The Goose Game is
Goose
coming."
Game!
Just screaming out to no one. Going out to Microsoft Bob from your computer, talking to your best friend, Microsoft Bob.
Yeah, as of right now, it is to be announced. So it's in that list. Could happen. Could just drop.
That's what I'm hoping for Kentucky Route Zero Act 5 that I've been waiting for about 6 years.
Oh, damn.
Well, because they're getting the TV edition, so Annapurna has been working with them to port it, and so all of those are going to get released at the same time. So, like, the TV edition is going to come out with the launch of Act 5. So...
Got it.
They're selling merchandise, so I assume it's a go. I'm in the Discord, and they're doing, like, translation stuff, so that seems like a good sign.
Right.
One day.
One day. Maybe.
It's been a long time. Alright, so for our posties last year, as I said before, we stole the categories from the Game Awards, but we cut out all of the stupid ones because there's like 900 just for esports, and who gives a shit about esports, really? And so we have distilled it to its purest, most beautiful form of 8 categories and 1 set of honorable mentions. That includes best ongoing game, so like live stuff or whatever. Best narrative, best art direction, best score, best performance, best indie, best re-release, and then like best old shit we keep playing and can't put down. And then honorable mentions for us is a good time to talk about games that we haven't played, that we heard are good, that maybe will end up on our GOTY. I don't know. This is a good, like, I like thinking of this podcast as like a time capsule, so we should listen to this when we record the actual posties episode and see if our thoughts have changed and if we've played any of the games that we said we would play, because I remember listening to that old one from 2017, and I just remember, Tyler, you being like, it's gonna be 2 years before I play the game, and then it was fucking 2 years almost exactly. It was like to the day before you did it.
Yes.
You were so right on the money.
Yes,
it was so good. All right.
Yeah.
Shall we start our first category?
Bust out the hat.
All right, so all of them
the
are in an upside-down diva hat, which I've put all of the yellow Post-it notes into. Here's some, like, ASMR for you.
I like the color on that hat. It's like a nice,
like,
sky blue. Ah!
This is my I don't want to do my hair hat.
Sorry, not to.
Because I have a hat, but it's orange, but my hair is pink, and so orange is a very, very bad color.
And that would clash.
Did I tell you I had somebody at my office? I was wearing a red shirt, and he was like, "You can't do that." Like, he just came out of his cube to be like, "You can't do that." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Red and pink? That doesn't go together." Okay.
Can't do that.
Can't do
that. I'm watching too much
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
All right. Whoops. I'll use the lap category. How about that one? All right. So we'll start off kicking it back to the old days. How about best old game? Tyler, do you want to start us off with best old game?
Yes, I will. This one was a little heated because I've been playing a lot of old games apparently this year. But I feel like starting our Bloodborne stream and playing alongside Olivia, even if I'm not actually like in the stream itself, has been delightful. I really, really enjoy Bloodborne, and I love playing or watching Olivia experience Bloodborne. I love Rebecca's commentary on Bloodborne. I love that game, and so like that is my best old game. 4 years later, still a hit. Still
yeah, that
GOTY.
game is fucking rock solid. It has really been a joy to watch Olivia play through it because, like, I mean, I don't know if we ever forgot how good that game is, but it doesn't cease reminding you how good it is and brutal and cruel.
Yeah. It's like the game could have come out this year and it would be like, yeah, it holds up.
I really appreciate how fucked up that game is. Like, fucked up in a good way. Like, it doesn't hold your hand. It really fucks you.
5 across the ass.
Yes. So that's
I will say I watched I think it went up today, the day that we're recording this, not the day that this is coming out, but I watched the quick look for The Sinking City, and it was a very good reminder about how well that Bloodborne does cosmic horror. I was just kind of like, I forgot how good that it did that.
It really eases you in. God, remember that time that you find the fucking you get enough insight or whatever, and then they're just there. They're everywhere.
The funny
fucking
thing
demons,
is, I thought you knew
everywhere.
that. I thought you knew that.
I must have like blocked it out and forgotten, or maybe I just didn't expect them to be that big. Yeah, they're just like very big, bigger than I expected.
I thought that, Olivia, you had been caught by one of them at one point. But maybe that was just
some shit popped off and I dodged it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're too good. You're Bloodborne gamer extraordinaire, and us plebes totally get caught every time in that event, and we did not escape the mercy or wrath of the gods among us. Anyway, we need to get better. So yeah, Bloodborne has been my best old game of 2019. Olivia, I would like to hear yours.
So you guys like some perennial games, maybe some like Legend of Zelda games, perchance.
Is this what I think it is?
So I had some friends who watch a lot of Ocarina of Time streams, and we talked a lot about Ocarina of Time, and I've never played Ocarina of Time. I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time, but I always kind of fell off like at Jabu Jabu because I was like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to carry this girl around, whatever. Having that in a mobile platform, like with the 3DS, even though 3DS is old and dead now or whatever, has been an amazing experience. And I finally finished that game and I 100%ed it. It's fucking so good, y'all. Who knew that Zelda was good? Who knew that Ocarina of Time was actually still amazing and fucked up and great? That game has an aesthetic and a look to it that I just didn't expect to hold up very well. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of games that I played, like not having that frame of reference as a kid, and then playing, like a lot of PlayStation games or like PS2 games and realizing like, oh, they were just totally ripping off Zelda. Like 90% of the games that I really enjoyed were just kind of aping shit directly from Zelda, including the style of gameplay and like the look of the game. So I feel like actually going through and completing one of those games, going there and completing this like really important and perennial game was like a very cool experience, especially with all of these like things kind of coming into place and realizing like, oh yeah, everyone's played this game. It's really good that I did it.
I have not played that game, but the way that you talk about it makes me want to play that game.
Yeah, me either, but it's on my list. One day.
I would definitely recommend getting the 3DS version. I hear there are issues, and I only have that as my frame of reference, but some of the control things of like not having to use the N64 controller, for example, make that game a lot better. And they also add like new shit, and it looks really nice with the updated graphics and all that jazz. So that would be my preferred way. Or get some weird ROM hacks or whatever. That would probably be the same thing. Get some high-res 4K textures, recompile it, make it amazing. Rebecca, what's your old game?
So my old game is taking it, I don't know if it's as far back as Ocarina of Time. What year did Ocarina of Time come out? Do you know offhand?
Like 96 or something?
So
94,
it's definitely not as far back as that, but it feels pretty far back. Me, a whole ass adult, got really into Viva Pinata for the first time. Oh, I love Viva Pinata now. You can really, the thing that I struggle with obviously is that it's for children, not for adults, and so just the sheer volume of tutorial screens and menus and narration, and there's just a lot of hurdles that keep coming hours and hours after you start that game. But oh, it's just so cute. It's so worth it. It deals with some concepts that I'm not sure I would want to introduce to my kids, such as feeding piñatas to each other and that weird little like sex thing you have to do where they like don't know where the other one is and then they gotta find each other. That's kind of weird. But yeah, that was like the game I was really psyched to play the most once I figured out that I got Game Pass for free with my Xbox, and because I never played it. I had an Xbox 360 that generation, and I just completely did a big ol' U-turn right around Viva Pinata. But I feel like it's held up. It feels.
I played it recently.
Yeah,
it's good. It's still good.
It's still good. It definitely feels like playing a Jumpstart game from like the late 90s. There's just something really crunchy about that.
Those tutorials are like, they kill the momentum in that game so aggressively. It's like, oh, here's 2 hours of tutorials, enjoy it. And you know what? We're overdue for a new Viva Pinata game. Give me a new one, goddammit.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried to resurrect that IP, considering it would give them a niche in the like Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, blah 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 market. You know what I mean? Because they came out with
totally
Trouble in Paradise, is that what it's called? The island one? Mm-hmm. But then it's been dead ever since. So Microsoft, stop buying studios, start making Viva Pinata.
Who's your favorite pinata?
That's a good question.
The rabbit's pretty cute.
I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the donut, but it's like a deer.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, the deer one.
Good. They're so fucking cute and they look so good. They got good tech on them. They look like real papery things. Yeah.
That game is really held up, surprisingly. That game is really, really held up. All right. Taking it back to 2001. All right, next category is Best Performance. Olivia, do you want to get us started on this one?
Okay. This was like a really challenging one for me. And I had to put a lot of thought into this. And this isn't a 2019 release, but it's the game that I spent the most time with that had some like good acting in it, and it made me love what is generally a mediocre game. And that's Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Because god damn it, she's like my she's my dumb idiot girlfriend who just fucking does dumb shit and wants to bone all the time. And like she's not a good person. But she delivers all of her lines with such like vigor and love that I'm like, man, you're the best girl. You're my best girlfriend, and I love you so much.
There is a very distinct difference in the quality between Cassandra acting and Alexios acting. I feel like, not to shade Alexios, but it's like to the point where he does not matter. He doesn't even need to be there, really. He's kind of super unimportant. It's really just the Cassandra show, in my opinion.
Well, like, even like, spoilers for like the first like 5 hours of this game, but even when you go like meet her father or whatever and do the quest where like you were like, do you want to kill him or not? I'm like, I expected it to be kind of like super lame, and I'm like, you actually are like, you're going for it, and it's dramatic as fuck, and it's not great acting, but I'm like, you're really fucking pushing it, and you're making this like, kind of schlocky script actually resonate with me in a way I didn't expect it to.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that she got to be in that game. I'm glad that Assassin's Creed is a weird game that doesn't really work all the time, but Cassandra sells it hardcore. Rebecca, what is your best performance?
So I was in a similar boat. I really struggled to figure out what to do here, because I feel like for the Game Awards last year, there was like God of War and Red Dead Redemption and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, I think Cassandra's voice actress was nominated, like, and Detroit Become Human. Like, there was just like a ton of really character driven stuff, and I feel like this year we maybe haven't had as much of that. Which isn't a big deal. So I had to dig deep on this one, so I'm sorry if I'm cheating, because I'm not naming a person and I'm naming a cast. But I believe that the Japanese cast for Sekiro is like, wow! Oh, that game is beautiful! Ooh. Oh, the voices, the narration, it's just, every second of it was just beautiful. Like, it made me so glad that I picked the Japanese voice acting for it, because it feels good, you know what I mean? Like, it just felt good. I don't know. I know that I know that in Japan, like, voice acting is a very prominent acting job. Like, people make a lot of money doing that. People get famous doing that, and we don't always have that here in the US. There's some people, obviously, but it's not at the same level. And so I feel like you can really tell sometimes in the quality between Japanese voiceovers and American. Not to be like, subs, not dubs, or whatever, but you can sometimes really tell that the quality is just really, really there. And so I think for Sekiro, I wish I could remember the character's name, but the guy that rides at you on the horse when you go into the battlefield, like, and he screams at you when you ride out, like, I don't remember. I can only think of Genichiro, but that's wrong. Horse guy.
It's not
Horse dude.
Yeah, it's not Genichiro. I don't know his name.
I can't remember it. It doesn't matter, but like that in particular, that moment was just very good and pivotal, and so I really had to hand it to the Japanese cast.
It's Gyobu Oniwa.
Oh yeah, when he comes out and he was like, "Oshiwa Kinobu Kuriwa," and it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Tyler, who would you like to award best performance to this mid-year GOTY?
Yeah, so kind of like you said, there's not a lot of character-driven performances this year that I've encountered, at least. So my best performance, since I did play it earlier this year, goes to Hellblade Setsuna.
Good.
So that was, I actually think it won a GOTY 2017 for best performance. Yeah. So it would make sense that it would win it again in 2019 as I am playing it. But like, yeah, the acting is like phenomenal. Like just years ahead of everything and anything else that I've played. And it's just been really fun to... I haven't beaten it quite yet. I'm getting there. But from what I've experienced so far, it's been amazing. So, like, good on... oh man, who are the devs of the game?
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory, thank you. I was gonna say, like, Night Theory, but that wasn't right.
You're close.
So, yeah, I was very close, yes. So yeah, Hellblade is a really good GOTY performance.
I've actually been thinking about playing it again. Like, I played it when it came out, and I thought it was great, and then I've started having the pangs of, like, I remember how good that was, maybe I should just play it again, but I always feel like that's a really dangerous slope to go down when it's, like, buys new games, and I'm like, woo, look at that one from 3 years ago I played already.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's hard to make those choices. Alright, back into the hat, ladies and germs. Category is best score or soundtrack. Tyler, do you want to get us started?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's interesting that you picked best performance to be Sekiro, because best score for this year is Sekiro for me.
Yeah, that one's good.
That score is, yeah, it really is. Like, yeah, everything about that game, like you said, the voice acting, the sound design, and then just in general, the score, the actual music in the game is really good. Considering the battle music that you hear every time you enter into combat doesn't, like, wear you down, and it's, like, never old, says something about that game, because it, that score, anytime the combat music is great. It just never gets old. And every time you get into a new battle or whatever, it's like, oh shit, here we go. And yeah, so I've been enjoying that.
Souls music to me has always been just like creme de la creme of the music. It is just beautiful. Sekiro is no exception.
FromSoft definitely, spares no expense when it comes to sound and their score. So music is very important to their games, so I'm happy about. What about you, Rebecca? What's your score?
So my best score is a 2019 game. So far, I'm 2 for 2 2019 games. I think I did all 2019. No, I didn't. Haha, never mind. But my pick for best score is Ape Out from... Was that going to be yours too, Olivia?
That was mine. Yeah, you stole mine.
I'm sorry! But how good is that fucking score? Okay. Procedural jazz as you're playing, all percussion.
It's so fucking good.
Oh my god. That game really, really blew it out of the pants that's the wrong phrase, but
Can
go ahead.
considering the elements that play in that game, like how minimalist everything tries to be, I think the sound design and the actual like the jazz that just gets fucking wild when you're killing everything it really sells that whole package in a way that I don't think it would have if it had been like, oh, we got this techno beat.
Yeah, no, it's true. It and there's no other game really like it. I mean, there are other games obviously that do procedural music, but there was something that just really fucking amps you up every time you sit down to play it, and it just, I don't know, it was really cool. There was
Those drums rule. Those drums are so good.
Did you see at E3 where they had the guy play while somebody, like, he played the drums live while somebody was actually playing through Ape Out? It was
Oh my god.
okay, but the concept of it was what sold it for me. I'll have to find it for you.
I love that. I'll watch that video. That sounds good.
It was like on in the middle of the night at one point, so I watched a lot of weird shit because I took that week off work.
It's actually really good that you chose Ape Out, because I had another selection that's my true heart of hearts selection for best score.
Okay.
And that's Celeste, because that's a 2018 game, but I didn't play Celeste until like January of this year. So it was like literally right after we had our conversation about GOTY last year, and I felt like such a fool for missing it, because that game is fucking awesome and the soundtrack is so good. And like, I don't know, I've realized that I've been listening to a lot, like just at work or like walking around or whatever, when I need like a place to chill and like find my center. Celeste has been the game that I go back to. Like the soundtrack to that game is the game I go back to, and like the leitmotifs or whatever, where they're kind of referencing other, soundtracks, not other songs in the game. It's really, really fun and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys played Celeste? Tyler, did you play Celeste?
Yes. I was going to jump in and say, yes, the Celeste soundtrack is amazing. I have listened to it like regularly. I kind of stopped here momentarily, and then SGDQ came around, and when they were speedrunning Celeste, I was like, oh yes, the sound is so good. And I'm so glad that these streamers on the couch were like, yeah, shout outs to the composer's name that I now forget and cannot shout out. Lena Raine. Yes. She did a phenomenal job with the sound design and the score of that game. So, Rebecca, did you play Celeste?
I did not. I don't like platformers. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
The cardinal sin.
No, we've had this discussion.
I tend to dislike them. I did familiarize myself with the story because I knew that, like, I've watched people play it, and I know, like, I felt like it was something I couldn't avoid, or I couldn't miss, I guess maybe is the right word. But I just don't like platformers. I've just gotten to a point in my life where I'm just admitting I don't like platformers. I'm really sorry.
You should listen to the music. The music's very good. And there's no platforming involved.
Well, I and you may have already said this once because Discord just kicked me out of that call, but the B-side remix tracks, I thought that was like a really cool thing.
They're so fucking good.
Yes.
I totally forgot about the B-sides. So.
And then the C-sides.
There's C-sides now?
Yeah. And they're putting out a whole new pack C-sides in the near future as well, like a whole another level pack. And like that.
Oh shit.
We didn't get a chance to talk about Celeste last year, so I'm just gonna get on my soapbox here and say y'all should, except for Rebecca because you hate platformers, should play Celeste again.
I'm sorry.
If you get the opportunity, because that game deserved more than it got from me, at least.
Yes, it deserved more than me rushing it at the end of the year so I could talk about it for.
Thank you for fighting for that game, because I think that was what kind of pushed me off the edge on it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'll listen to the music. I'm really sorry I don't like platformers. I'm really sorry.
Okay. It's fine. It's just like me and shooters. Shooters are not my forte.
All right, that's some good music. Now I believe all of those soundtracks are on Spotify. No, I mean obviously Ape Out's not on Spotify, but the Red Dead soundtrack's on Spotify. That's really what this podcast was here to announce.
I think the Sekiro is on Spotify and so is Celeste.
We should make a playlist and put it out. I think that'd be a fun thing to do.
I was starting to think about like publishing playlists on Twitter, because I used to make them on Tumblr and I had a pretty good following on Tumblr
Hell yeah.
for making playlists. So Anyway, call me if you need.
Make me a mixtape.
Do you want 800 Cyberpunk playlists? Because I'm very deep in that right now. I'm really sorry.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Look forward to that soon on our Twitter.
Okay. All right. They're posted, so they're sticky. Okay. How about best indie game? This is a category that that appeals. Anyway, Olivia, do you want to go ahead and get us started?
Yes, I do, actually. I'm very excited about this one. This is a 2017 game
Woot!
that everybody talks about as being a game that they slept on, and then they played it, and they were like, oh, fuck, why did I sleep on this game? And that game is Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's so fucking good. If you haven't beat Hollow Knight and played it through and got the secret ending or whatever, fucking do it right now. Drop what you're doing, quit your job, leave your family, go play Hollow Knight. It's all over. This is your fucking focus now. This is the only thing you should care about. Hollow Knight's so fucking good, and I'm sorry to everyone who told me to play it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go to it eventually. The fucking combat's good, the platforming's good, the music's good, the art direction's good, everything's good about it.
Yeah.
The story's fucking weird, it's a fucking Souls game, kinda. It's a platformer, kinda. It's a Metroidvania, definitely. So, I don't know. Hollow Knight's fucking amazing. Did y'all play Hollow Knight?
I played part of it, then I got stuck. Because I don't like platformers.
Yeah. You have to restart, Rebecca, because the same thing happened to me. And then, like, once I restarted, I was like, yes.
I think I made the Dark Souls mistake, which I shouldn't have because Dark Souls taught me better. But I think I got too greedy, and then I ended up in an unwinnable situation.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was like, I'm gonna go fucking do this. And go to the part of the map that, like, is really hard to get to, but I'm gonna do it because I'm a gamer, and
hard pass.
And then I got stuck, and it was like, you fool.
I do wish that game had better map, and I understand. There is a reason as to why it is that way. Like, I feel like the sense of exploration is part of the satisfaction of playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the map system, I think, is very obtuse to new players and doesn't really, like, make them want to explore. So I wish that was a little easier. That's the only thing I wish I'd, like, you know, everything else kind of has a purpose except for that one. I was like, okay, that sucks for new players though. I have to kind of figure this all out and find a place to sit down or they're fucked. So
yeah. I'm looking forward to see what they change in Silk Song and if they address that issue or if it's going to be the same.
I'm very excited for Silk Song. Tyler, what is your indie Extremo game?
Yeah. Well, I have not played too many indie games this year, so my best indie game of GOTY 2019 is going to be Darkest Dungeons.
Hell fucking yeah! Darkest Dungeon rules! Yes!
God, it's so good. And I think I've discussed this before, but I'm going to say it again. It's like every beginning of the year, I just fucking get back into it, and like...
Hell yeah.
I have not gone to the Darkest Dungeon yet. I have not done it. I haven't gone insane. But like every year at the beginning of the year I do it, and then like I just fucking get back into it, and like it consumes me, and it's so good. Oh, it's so good. And there's a sequel coming out sometime next year, I think, and I can't wait for that. And Darkest Dungeon is also like 10 across the board with sound design or score, just the art direction, characters, and kind of the story. It's kind of like Dark Souls in the lore. It doesn't really tell you, but so
you gotta go 10 out of 10.
Yes. Tell me your feels, Rebecca. Revel with me in the glory that is Darkest Dungeon.
So I had this guy who I was interested in. We were doing this thing. It didn't work out. Anyway, that was the short version of the story. Anyway, so we were like trying to get each other to play games that we liked. And so his game for me was, you have to play fucking Darkest Dungeon. And I was like, okay, that seems fine. And, oh boy. Ooh.
And you fell in love with Darkest Dungeon and not him.
I married Darkest Dungeon. So that's why we're we're not together.
It's the better choice.
Yeah, I've gone insane and I've walked the walk.
That dude lost the Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, he should have never shown it to me because I got a glow up. And that glow up is called Darkest Dungeon. But
I agree with your choice.
But yeah, that game is fucking stellar. I mean, everything about it is good. It's tough though. Like It's brutal,
tough.
and it definitely.
I honestly, I'm gonna confess something to all the gamers out there, but I can't play that game without a wiki up.
I can't
just
either.
can't.
Are you kidding me? That game is fucking impossible. I don't even remember what half of people's things do, and it's like, how do I spec them? What's the order? I don't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with like getting my party together, but like for what I should bring to wear and like what curios do, and I'm like, please, I just need to know the best possible outcome. And even if you know the best possible outcome, it's still like there's a percentage chance it won't work. So, is it cheating? Not
I don't
really.
think so. And like, I had a game fail because for whatever reason, the random people that I kept getting, like in my like, you know how you could repeat I was just getting
the mosquito
hermit,
people.
hermit, and then nothing else. And to the point where I was like, I had zero team comp. I was so fucked.
Oh wait, so you're saying that the cart that gives you new
it just kept giving me the same
was
character.
Just hermit? That sounds like a bug.
I think it was a bug.
But it's hilarious.
Yeah,
but that's hilarious though.
I tried. I was like trying real hard. Oh well.
Anyway, so tell me then, Olivia, what your best indie was.
It is Hollow Knight, and you should play that fucking game. Rebecca,
Oh,
what is
God,
your best
me!
I did this last time. It was Becca.
So the struggle is real with this category, because this was, in my mind when I was picking, this was the way that I could give Secret actual GOTY to. Since I know we made the decision we were not going to award an overall GOTY, I made the decision that best indie to me was overall GOTY. So, sorry I changed the rules on you at the last minute, but only for myself. And so my pick is Outer Wilds, which I think is maybe one of the best games I've ever played in my whole life. I said it! There!
Yes.
Now what?
Yeah.
It's so hard to talk about this game, like in a way that like sells it to people,
because
but
there's
doesn't
nothing
ruin
about
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really just have to say, play Outer Wilds, and
yeah, just
that's
play it. I almost like, I had thought about propositioning to you guys to doing an Outer Wilds spoiler cast, but then I realized how on earth would we even, like, how do you even really talk about it? You know what I mean?
Because our experiences would be different. I mean, we would get to the same endpoint, but our navigational routes to there would be different. And we could still do it, but like it would be. I agree with you. It'd be hard to like navigate.
We can just talk about vague generalities right now. Like, y'all remember that sand planet?
Yes.
That sand planet's fucking weird.
Oh yeah,
that planet does things.
Yeah. Sure.
Did you guys make it to the
sure
6th? The secret location? Yes. Did you?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I have not yet.
Okay.
Because I know about the moon, and I have not yet launched myself into space. Well, I don't think so. Now she said too much.
Okay, dude.
But yes.
Did you just to talk about this game a little more? Do y'all remember shooting yourself into the thing, and then there's anglerfish everywhere, and you're just like, "What have I done?"
I kept following the red light.
I went towards that light.
Don't do that. Don't do it. That was the secret. Don't do that.
But then I figured it out, and I was like, okay.
Hell yeah.
So. But yes, I was going to say best indie was Outer Wilds, but I have Outer Wilds for something else.
As do I.
So I was like, I don't want to try and Outer Wilds across the board.
That's fair.
So
I also struggled.
Because it would be a majority of
I struggled with what to put it
categories.
as, and so for me, putting it as best indie was just saying it was the best of all of them. So
yes.
Sorry, I cheated. But yeah, that game is just it's just good. I just feel like it's really rare now at the point where I'm at in my life to like play a game that instantly just becomes like one of the best games I've ever played. And I feel like Outer Wilds does that. Which is just to me is like that's it. Like that sells it enough is for it to just 0 to 60 best game.
Did you guys have trouble getting into it originally? Like at the beginning?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a ramp, like there's a level. For me, it was like I needed to hit this point that I was like, I'm in. I'm sold. Did you have that experience, Rebecca?
No, actually. I was talking to people and playing with the RC thing, and I really like the quantum shit and in the thing, and then when the statue looks at you, I was just like having a great time. Apparently, I was like exploring. Sorry, you can tell I come from like know. Walking sim bread and butter, since I was just like I'm gonna talk to everybody and look at everything.
True. That's true. Yeah,
but it does. The beginning of that game betrays what the game actually is. And, like, the way that you have to interact with it and the way that you do stuff in that world. So, I can see
I feel like you can really fuck it up. You could really make a lot of mistakes. And then, because I feel like I did that a couple times, my first couple things that happened, where I was just like, what? We have another Outer Wild category. I'm sorry to keep dragging this out.
It's okay.
We do. Well, it's because we're going to go on forever, so.
That's why I'm excited to see. Well, there's only Best Narrative and Best Art Direction. That would make sense for this category, so.
Best ongoing game, Outer Wilds.
All right, how about best ongoing game then, Miss Olivia Quinn?
Shit.
Oh, damn, Oracle. Olivia, in the house.
Open my third eye, I saw into the future. So I've become a creature of terrible habits, where I've got
Destiny
like 5 ongoing games.
Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't really played Destiny that much recently, but I started playing Fortnite. That's not my game, but I started playing Fortnite. Started playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Started playing like a lot of other. Still playing Pokemon Go. Still playing I guess got Fire Emblem, whatever. Installed on my fucking phone for some reason because I'm an idiot.
Fuck yeah.
But there's one game that I realized that I just keep coming back to, and that game is Hearthstone.
There it is.
Because I'm trash. Yeah, and I actually started getting like involved with the community in Hearthstone. And that's a dangerous line to walk. Cause you gotta have like crazy people being like, "Yeah, spend like $80 in this thing. That's a great idea." But that game is so fucking good, y'all. Hearthstone is potentially better than Magic the Gathering, and I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering recently.
Ooh,
Olivia, I think I just need to get into it.
It's hard.
I just need to get into it.
I think that there is like, for anyone who's interested in Hearthstone, let me just set it up. It's a card game, similar to Magic the Gathering, but it's a little simpler, a little more random in what the cards can do, because it's only digital compared to Magic the Gathering, which has a physical component to it. The thing that I used to get into it was actually the single player content, and the last single player expansion they released, which is Rise of Shadows. Well, not Rise of Shadows. It was whatever the single player component of Rise of Shadows is. You're stealing shit from Dalaran. It's like Dalaran City Heist, and which is a location in WoW, as you know, Tyler. And you're basically playing a random. You're picking cards from a pool of cards that are randomly given to you, kind of like Slay the Spire, and you have like different modifiers that are happening depending on the location you're in, and it's really fucking fun. And they bring back all these old cards and make up new shit, and especially if you have like a fondness for WoW. It's just a bunch of funny WoW jokes all the time. And it's just, it's so fucking good. So y'all should play the single player content, because most of that's free. And or at least the first chapter of the Dalaran Heist. And then get on the ladder with me. Let's get competitive. Let's start brewing some decks. Let's like actually look at meta tier lists like I'm doing and being like, all right, how much dust do I need to get all this? Oh, 30,000 dust? Let's get into Arena. Arena's a fucking drafting mode in this game. And you can, if you're good enough, you can make unlimited money and then buy more cards and then just create this terrible cycle where you're just buying more cards and doing research. And it's so fucking good, y'all. Any questions?
I am nodding my head vigorously. Like I said, Olivia, I think I should just fucking jump in and like just do it and let it consume me completely, because as you know, I love World of Warcraft, and it's Hearthstone and it's World of Warcraft, and like the Dalaran City Heist reminds me of fucking the Dalaran instances that you would run back in Wrath of the Lich King, where like there are like 8 different bosses that could happen, and like it's just random on like which 3 bosses you'll have to fight in that one encounter. So like what you just described to me was like that encounter, but with cards, and I'm like, yes. And it's just a really like well-designed game, and
dude, they're doing a promotion right now where you can get like a lot of fucking free things by just jumping in there, because it's like the black. What's the first raid with Ragnaros or whatever? Blackstone, the mountain. I don't know. It's fucking cool. They're
Molten Core.
Molten Core, yeah. Molten Core. And I feel like, and I'm a sucker for this shit, because they added. They're like, oh, we're gonna give you. You can do random card backs now, or oh, we can do these like all these like really basic quality of life features, and I'm like, no, give me the crumbs, Blizzard, that I've been waiting for years. These are all like basic things that should have been in the game from like 5 years ago, but finally they're mine, and I've got it, and this game just keeps getting a little bit better. So y'all should play it. I talked enough about Hearthstone. Rebecca, what's your best ongoing game?
I want to get into Hearthstone. I don't know anything about WoW, but I do know something about card games. So I feel like I could come in from the doesn't know WoW but knows card games angle. So I wanted to, as a joke, say that my best ongoing game was Overwatch, because I don't know if you saw that the summer game started today and they gave Torbjorn like a sexy beach skin, which I didn't.
Oh damn! I
didn't know I needed it, but I guess I did. I was more interested in the sexy Hanzo skin. So now I just need sexy Hanzo skin to go with sexy McCree skin. Anyway, read about my fanfic later. So my best ongoing game is not like technically an online game. I'm cheating a little. My best ongoing game is fucking Minecraft, y'all. I keep saying that Minecraft has like never been better, and it absolutely has never been better. It got a huge update in April, I want to say, of this past year. The Village and Pillage update, which adds just so much that I think really turned that whole Minecraft experience around. Like, now there's villages everywhere. Villagers have become really important. There's a wandering trader. There's all kinds of new animals, and there's new world events, new world states. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. We can see our faces, so you can tell I was in a GameStop.
You're getting like slightly more excited.
Yeah, I was in a GameStop and I just saw an alpaca, like a Minecraft alpaca, and I was like, "What are you? Are you in the game?" And I just had to look into its eyes and understand. Is there an alpaca in Minecraft now? I need to know.
Yeah, there's been
answers.
Llamas, so you can find llamas in the wild, and you can put carpets over the backs of them that are all colored and woven. And there's a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a trophy if you have a 5 llama train.
I'm so fucking excited. Wait, you can make a train
a 5
of them?
llama train? Wait, you can make a train?
You can
I didn't know
connect
this.
them together, and they'll carry your ship for you.
Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Wait, what's their carrying capacity? Because...
It's like a chest.
Oh, okay. That's 5 chests that you can carry with you?
Yeah.
We need to return to that
That
game.
game is good right now. Like,
I have that Free Realms thing, and I really want to set it up so we can all play together. I think that'd be fun.
yeah. There's just a lot that makes it feel very alive. Like, to me, Minecraft feels alive for the first time than it ever has. And I used to be somebody who never really liked playing Minecraft by myself because it always felt like, hey, I found a ravine. Yay me. Instead of being like, hey, let's all gather around. Let's build a house here. Let's go, splunking and whatever. And so I play with a couple of friends, and the one guy that I play with is like, this is his anxiety game. So he sits and he builds all kinds of crazy shit, and so every time I get on, he's like, look at these houses, and like, I have pandas that live here now, and it'll just be like all this really cool aquariums and fish and underwater shit, and he just like it's really fun just to see the stuff that he makes and the stuff that we found, and he'll be like, oh, I saved this mansion for us all to go, and so we have a lot of a fun time playing together, going and exploring.
That's super cute.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's something I got him into it because after we met playing Overwatch, and then Overwatch also killed us all emotionally, and I had sort of sold him on like, hey, I really want to play Minecraft with other people and not just me, and then he got really into it, and it turns out that's something that we go back to all the time. So yeah,
Awesome.
Minecraft is fucking mwah right now. Please play Minecraft. I can't believe I'm saying that in 2019 when everyone's played Minecraft. Tyler, what's your best ongoing game?
Yeah. This was a little tough because I was like, well, do I want to say something that's newer, or do I want to do something that's a little older? But I think the winner is going to be Diablo 3.
That's 2
I don't
for
know.
2 Blizzard.
It's 2 for 2 Blizzard. Blizzard just fucking does the games right. I don't know.
And Sexy Summer Tour.
Yeah. I mean, so Diablo 3 had a good launch, but it was rough. Like, in terms of quality of life, it was a little rough around the edges. People didn't like it as much because I thought, well, one, they were just really butthurt that it wasn't like 2, and it's just like, kind of get over it. This is a different game. But they definitely over the years have just fixed all the quality of life issues, kept tweaking the game, changed things up, added new things, and like now it's a really smooth, buttery game that you can kind of hop in, hop out, and like easily feel like there's this powerful hero type character, and like I don't know, I love Diablo 3. I still have to finish the current season that's going on, so I really have to jump back in before it ends because I want those stellar wings. But I've been enjoying playing with like Olivia in the past as well recently. So that's my best ongoing game 2019 from 2015 or something when it was released.
That game goes deep. I feel like I didn't realize how complex Diablo 3 got until we played a little bit, and then like understanding how the seasonal system works and like those fucking gems it's a thing. You could live in Diablo 3 permanently and get your sustenance from it. Eat the gems and the souls.
I wish I got into Diablo.
Yeah.
I've never played a Diablo.
You should. I think it's really accessible now because it wasn't really. I feel like the Diablo 1 and 2, they're not as accessible, and they're definitely more like pen and paper almost in a sense, where you have to like really minimize your stats and stuff. And you do with Diablo 3, but it's easier. They make it easier, and it's not a lot of math that you have to do unless like you really, really, really want to do it. But
no.
Anyway, I don't like math, so it's great for me.
No Leroy Jenkinsing. It's 3.33 repeating, of course.
Of course.
Seared into my brain. Alright. Category. Okay, well, category's the one I just spat out the back of the hat. It is Best Art Direction. Tyler, do you want to go get us
Rebecca.
started?
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to start?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Sure. I'll start.
You can go.
That's
you can
very
go, Rebecca.
nice of
And
you.
now I can go.
I had a hard time picking. I had two, and I was like, I just wrote them both down because I was like, I don't know, like maybe I'll like figure out which one I felt more like. And so I think I finally have come to some kind of decision that I want to give Best Art Direction to Hypnospace Outlaw.
Damn it! I mean, great. That's also my game.
I didn't even know you played Hypnospace
Yes.
Outlaw.
I have not. But that doesn't mean I can't fucking see the art direction with that game.
Okay.
I've seen people play it, so I know what it's like.
Okay, then I can choose my other one in that case.
No. You go for it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just feel like the task of trying to replicate 1999 user interface and like GeoCities early internet shit was like, there was just such a very specific evocative look to that time period that, you know, I feel like a lot of people have nostalgia for. But it's not easy to nail because it's so specific, I feel like, and it's so gross and evocative. And I feel like there's less source material, reference material, because the internet updated itself, and like finding old websites from the 90s is like finding an artifact in Egypt. Like, it's all we have is the Internet Archive of the Space Jam website. That's all we have left.
Exactly. That's it.
But yeah, that game really nails style, I think, in every possible way that it could nail style. I almost put it for best score too.
I just love the
hot butter ice cream.
Yes, hot butter ice cream. It's so good. The thing, I think that's a really smart choice for both of you, and I think one of the things I keep thinking about is one of the creators put out a guide on like, here's how to make your, because there's an editor in the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's how to like make your GIFs look like shit. And I was looking at it and I was like, this is amazing. Like basically a step-by-step guide of like making your like really high quality, 2019 GIF look like it's from, 20 years ago. Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah. I feel like the fact that they'd let you make early, like late 1990s, early 2000s website art is just puts the kind of like wax seal on the beautiful Hypnospace Outlaw package that it presents. So
it's so extra. It's something they did not need to do, but they did it anyway.
That opening video with the shitty 3D animation where it's like, oh, it's so good. It's so
like
terrible.
The really bad like narration that's like cut in and out where they've had to splice in. Yeah, that is so funny.
Yeah.
My other one was A Plague Tale, just in case anyone was curious, because that game is fucking disgusting looking, in the best way, but it was gross to play. Olivia, do you want to tell us what your best ongoing game is?
I will tell you what my best art direction is. Okay.
Sorry.
Because this was a hard one for me. This is a controversial choice, but I chose Void Bastards.
Good.
For best art
That's
direction.
not controversial at all. That game's fucking beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that game does a lot with the 2D cutout style of that game and like kind of the comic book transitions involved in that game versus and then also like kind of the cell shaded backgrounds. It just creates this really weird, unsettling hodgepodge of a style that somehow just like works. And when you fight the fucking what are like the nails, like the cop enemies who are like really hard to kill, and when they're just coming after you screaming, it's like genuinely terrifying. That game scares me, and I have a hard time playing it because those motherfuckers are just around the corner everywhere. And like for a 2D cutout to look that scary, they had to do something right. So I think that's kind of why I'm feeling that game.
I felt like the thing that really sold that game for me was because it's done in the comic book style, if someone is on the other side of a door and they're walking, you see the like step like on the screen. Oh, yeah. That was just a great, beautiful touch to that package.
And like you said, best style, and I think about like the Giant Bomb like style category, and like just the kind of like weird British humor that's involved in that game. Like I know it is an art direction, but it just really sells the look of it.
Yeah.
And I just think like, especially like the little like, oh, we go backwards. We just don't do that, chap. I thought that was just, I think about that a lot. It's very funny.
It definitely, if there was a style category, I believe Boy Bastards deserves it. For sure. Tyler, did you have other thoughts on Hypnospace Outlaw?
I was just gonna say, for a cell shaded game, which I typically don't enjoy, like for whatever reason my eyeballs just does not like cell shade, but it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I feel like it's because it's cell shaded but it's flat colors and it's not trying to like be realistic. It's not like Borderlands has, it's cell shaded but it's trying to be realistic, and like for me it just like something doesn't connect. But with Void Bastards it does, because it's just like it's flat color and there is like shadows and shading and stuff, but it's still flat, so it just looks nice. It looks clean and crisp. It's nice. That's all I have to say.
It's a nice looking game. All right, we got 2 categories left. Who knows which one that category will be? The last one will be obvious because it's the only one we haven't done. How about best re-release? Best re-release. Tyler, do you want to get us started? Best re-release.
Yeah. So re-release. And I had the joy and pleasure of playing early this year, I think in February, Capcom presents Resident Evil 2. I love that game. It was a really good. I know it like re-released. It was just a really good remake of the game and like a different take on it. And I had never like Resident Evil 2. We played long time ago, so my memory is foggy. But from what I remember, Resident Evil 2 2019 like hit all those notes, all the nostalgia, and I love horror, and it was just great. X is gonna give it to you. It's amazing. So, did you guys, have you had a chance to see anyone play it, or do you have any thoughts on this game?
The RE2 speedrun at GDQ, I don't know if you guys watched that, but that was very good. That was very good.
Yes, it was.
That's
Olivia.
I played Resident Evil 1 last year, and I'm a baby. I don't like horror games. That game still scared me, and I feel like eventually I will play Resident Evil 2 once I've leveled up enough, and do not feel afraid of Mr. X just following me because he's fucking terrifying. I put him in a thong, make him naked. I feel like that will hopefully make him less threatening.
Yes, make him hot. And then it's just a hot man trying to hug you.
With his fist.
That game is weird.
With his fist. Yes. But that was my game, and I'm looking forward to possible DLC, or maybe future Resident Evil remakes that Capcom does. Rebecca, what's your best re-release 2019?
My best re-release of 2019 is the Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen port for the Nintendo Switch. I always wanted that game on my Switch, apparently. I didn't know until I got to play it. But yeah, that game is a great, weird, janky RPG game that I think everyone should play. It, like, came out, I don't even know. Like, it feels...
Around the same time Dark Souls did,
yeah,
didn't it? Like
it has some, like, Skyrim 13, also. 12. There's just, like, I don't know. It was, like, right around that time there was some kind of weird RPGs, I feel like, coming out of Japan to the West, and Dragon's Dogma is for sure one of those that just really makes some choices. But it does a lot of really cool stuff with the pawn system, how you can create a friend, and then that person, like, pawn culture is weird, and come to my TED Talk where I tell you all about Dragon's Dogma pawn culture. It's very weird. That game does a lot.
Sounds like a weird BDSM thing. Just I gotta point that out. Like, oh, we're pawners. We're pawners. Sorry.
That's fine. Pawners. Pawns are like a race of people in the game who have no emotions and have to do what they're told, and they just sort of like.
This is so BDSM.
Oh, no.
This is more like, sexual than I thought.
Well, and they like no one really knows where they come from or why they exist. They just sort of appear randomly, and they're just like around, and so yeah, that's.
What do they fuck?
They were like.
Probably. If they can't say no and they have no emotions, sounds like it would not be fun, actually.
I've crossed a line. I've crossed a horrible line.
I'm getting
Strike
heavy,
it out.
tranquil vibes from Dragon Age.
They are, yeah, like they're a little bit tranquil for sure. These people are like from an alternate dimension, I think is what it is. They weren't like turned like the tranquil, so I don't know. But anyway, that game.
I hear as a mechanic, they're pretty great.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. Like there's a lot of like party stuff you can do. Builds in that game, like character builds in that game are really good. So if you like getting into like magic specs, this is the game to do it in, because there is no game that lets you spec weird magic like Dragon's Dogma Darkness. I don't know. I just think it's really good. It's just a really good game. There's tons of shit to do in it. They lock you out of quests if you don't do them in time. Like it definitely gives no fucks, and it is jank central. But it's really fun on the Switch, and it's fun to just pick up and play. So
this is the game where you crawl on people, right? Like you can crawl on enemies and cows and shit.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So it has it's from the same team that does Devil May Cry. I forget. But it has a Monster Hunter sort of mechanic where you can climb on the back of something and like wail on it if you want to do that. You could pick people up and throw them if you want to do that too.
That's amazing. I love that. I saw someone crawl on a cow. Like just like apparently the like crawling system works on a cow, and it's like this very tiny cow that you're like you basically are the same size of, and it was just so fucking funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Olivia, what is your best re-release so far?
So you guys know how I feel about Nintendo. They're pretty good. But I don't usually go for all of their games. I usually think I'm like, oh, this one isn't for me. And I thought Captain Toad Treasure Tracker was not for me. And then I got that game, and it's very fucking good, y'all. Yeah. Captain Toad it's a puzzle. It's just a big puzzle game with some light platforming elements. And actually, there's no jumping in it, so it's perfect for you, Rebecca. There's no platforming.
I've played the shit out of Captain Toad on my Wii U.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected. I guess you do like light platforming.
I do like light Well, you don't jump, so. And
you fall, though.
It's 3D, so does it still
that's
count
true.
as platforming?
Oh god, this is a bigger semantic question.
Platform.
But Captain Toad's very good. Captain Toad's like a really fun game, especially the multiplayer. I'm not sure if that was in the original Wii U release, but on the Switch we played multiplayer, me and my partner, and it's just like the right level of like stress, where it's like, hey, we're gonna play this like, it's a complex puzzle box that we're kind of looking around, but also you can see everything. And like you're not really running into each other, and you can kind of go your own way and just do whatever. And that game's really fun and interesting, and like it doesn't feel like it. It's not part of the mainline Mario game, but I wouldn't have expected that to come in Nintendo. So it's fucking good, y'all. You should play it.
It's on my list for sure, especially coming out right after I think Mario Odyssey. Well, say right after. I mean a year later, but you know what I mean.
Totally. Oh yeah, and they have DLC levels. They're up to not DLC, but like additional levels added for this release, and like the New Donk City level is pretty cute. Like whoever going to spend more time in New Donk City, it's a good day.
Yeah, I want to pick it up for my Switch, just knowing that there's DLC for it because I need more Captain Toad and Captain Toadette.
Oh.
All right, we've reached the final category for the evening. It's the most obvious one. I think this was actually our final category last time we did the posties.
Good job.
That is best narrative. And judging by some commentary that has been provided up until now, I'm pretty sure I know what everybody's choices are.
Rebecca, what's your pick? I'm interested to know.
So my pick is the one game that did not come out in 2019, but the one that I played in 2019. And that game is Wander Song. I slept on Wander Song.
Aww.
not intentionally. It was just something I never really got around to. And then I finally played it earlier this year on my Switch. And man, it's been a while since I sat down and bawled like a big baby at the end of a game. But something about that game just really checked a lot of boxes. It's very simplistic. Like it's not a difficult game. There is some light platforming in it, so you could call me a hypocrite if you'd like, but the game really centers around its characters, and it centers around relationships and building friendships, and just the fact that your bard is so unshakably pure and good and believes in the goodness of people, and is like, there's just something that's so wholesome about it, you know what I mean? And just so, it's like a warm hug of a game in a lot of ways, and I felt like what I needed when I played it. And for whatever reason, like, the thing that got me was there's like a little secret that you can find if you kind of undo like a whole code thing. And the little secret area is where the developers put themselves in the game. It's like a 3-person team. Oh. Yeah, and so you can go up and talk to them, and they're just like, the things that they say are just like, you found us, like, it's so important to us that you played this, and like, we hope that this means as much to you as it did to us. And then I'm like starting to cry, and I'm like, I can't do it. It just, like, there are few games that I play that feel like they are full of pure, unbridled love, and to me, Wandersong is that. And so that's why I had to give it Best Narrative, because it was just like, it just made me feel so good and so happy. So that game came out, I think, in 2017. So sorry, I'm a little late.
Oh,
but
that sounds really adorable and
play,
amazing.
Please
and very
play Wandersong, because that game, especially if you're feeling bad, that's like I'm even gonna teary now. But yeah, that game really, it's really good. It's really fucking good. Olivia and Tyler, would you like to tell me about your choice for Best Narrative?
I've got to back up, Tyler. Why don't you talk about yours? Because I got one other game I can talk about.
I mean, mine was Outer Wilds. My Best Narrative is Outer Wilds. That game, we've already discussed this. It goes places, and you should play it.
What was your? I don't know if we should get into spoilers, but like, what was your favorite weird fucking planet? Like, I just wanted to kind of know what you guys like loved. Rebecca, what was your favorite weird planet?
My favorite weird planet was, I think, just landing on the quantum moon. The whole concept of the quantum moon, to me, was spooky dooky in a way that, totally. I don't know. And, like, I guess just the concept of moving around on the moon and, like, how you had to get it to different locations. I don't know. I thought that was just a really cool, and, like, just the process of landing on it felt very good. I don't know. I'm very pro Quantum Moon. Everything about that was exactly what I wanted out of that game.
the planet with the black hole in it.
It's
so good.
My fucking nightmares.
That was awful.
Oh man.
Did it scare you when you fell through it the first time? Because I did not know what was happening.
Well, like, I got to that planet and I was just, like, jumping around and being like, wait, why, I'm losing more and more things. And then trying to, like, get out of it before everything had collapsed and then just getting sucked in. It's just so fucking frightening.
Oh, my God.
Tyler, what's your favorite planet from that game?
So, my favorite planet from that game is the fucking, it's the weather planet.
Oh,
where, like, it's just massive tornadoes. Mm-hmm. Yes. There was some interesting level design in there because, like, as the water rises, certain things like change. But like, it was just an interesting planet to go to. It was like one of the first few planets I went into accidentally or like unintentionally, and like I was like, "What is going on?" Because I went there before I was supposed to go. I mean, I'd say, like, you go there before you're supposed to go there, but, like, you can literally do whatever you want to do in Outer Wilds. But, like, I went there early, I felt, and then I never went back there again until, like, I found more information and, like, I actually had a reason to go there. But that was, like, definitely, like, one of my, I don't know, it's one of the planets. But I definitely agree with the under the city, the gravity planet, right? Where it's like falling, collapsing on itself that was a good one too. That's good. That one was scary. That one scared me.
It's scary because you don't realize it until it's too late, and then you're like,
yep.
"Fuck, what have I done?"
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. You want to know something funny though? I found the I mean, maybe it's a little spoilery, but like I found where the where you go, where you're deposited in space. I found that first before I actually found the gravity planet.
Oh, so you found all that shit there.
Yeah, I was like, this is weird. What's all this stuff over here? And like, yeah, and then I think something like warped in as I was like exploring, and I died. And then I like reset, and then
I was hit. Yeah. Like I was trying to get back into the black hole because I thought I could like get back through it, and I definitely hit something coming through it, and it killed me in space.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Outer Wilds, really good narrative. Can't really say more without spoiling anything. Anyone who's listening should play it.
So I agree. Outer Wilds is my choice for best narrative. But as a backup, how do you guys feel about Mortal Kombat 11, y'all? Mortal Kombat.
I have heard that the story is better now than it's ever been in Mortal Kombat.
What if you took shitty stock characters that are just literally a man with metal arms and like he works for special forces or whatever, and then gave him a daughter, or like an action movie star who is a real piece of shit, a real piece of work, misogynist, potential rapist. There's some fucking questionable shit in that first game, and then he has to meet himself and he realizes how much of a fucking piece of garbage he is, and then there's all this weird time traveling shit. It goes so fucking wild in a way that you don't really like expect it to. You know, it's all about time traveling, and I really don't want to talk too much about it because, you know, honestly, I just watched a very long video, and that's why I feel like I couldn't give this game a thing, because I just didn't want to buy it, because I'm like, fighting games really aren't my thing. But it has made me want to go. I started playing Mortal Kombat 9 because of it, and I'm like halfway through that, and I installed 10 because that's on Game Pass now. And so I'm just kind of going through that series again, and I'm super excited to actually buy 11 when I have the opportunity to. So I don't really have much to say about it except for that game's fucking wild as hell. And there's a bug lady. When she dies, her fucking head comes off, and it's a little flying bug thing who can spit shit at people. It's wild.
I hate her fatality. Like, I've seen a lot of the fatalities, and I realized that the bug lady one was really the one where I had to draw the emotional line. That one
I don't know what that one is. Can you explain it to us? Can you describe it in detail?
Too horrible. If she did, your head would just explode.
Like a fatality.
So like the fatality is she will throw up into the other character's mouth, like green, whatever, and then like larvae explode out of them.
No,
that's horrid.
Like
I'd rather see someone's head get blown up than that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that was
Bugs
where
are
I
the
was
worst.
like, we're really struggling to find fatalities now. We're just going all out with these.
Like here's the line, and then you've totally gone way beyond the line.
It's really true.
It's not okay. I would rather it be she like throws up on them and you just melt.
No, she throws up into your mouth, and then
that's
style stuff explodes.
That's too personal. It's too personal.
Is she a pawn? Yeah. Did she warp in here for her
from another dimension?
She has emotions though, so I don't know if she counts.
Oh,
she can't.
Maybe she's a one-off. Maybe
thought it was a cross-universe thing.
Yeah.
I mean, with time travel, who knows? Maybe there's a pawn version of her. Who's to say? Who's to say, really? So yeah, that's a lot of really good games. That's a lot of just stuff. We did pretty good at games that came out this year, I think.
Yeah.
I thought.
I feel like we have to talk about, like, we make an effort here to talk about critical things in, like, the gaming industry and, like, things that are just bad and not great. And I feel like I realized during this course of this conversation that we all got to be just really positive about things, and like that isn't how this normally goes.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that.
That was good. This was a no bullshit zone. I actually did. Yeah. I did think about putting in a category for like, I don't know, like the game that you're just like, nope, like
Crackdown 3.
Nope, sorry.
I wanted to bring Crackdown 3 because I usually don't give up on games. Like I'm usually that person who's like I got this, I gotta play it. But Crackdown 3 is just supremely bad. So I know we're just saying like, oh, we can be positive here, but fuck Crackdown 3, y'all. I respect the people who made the game and put years of their lives into it, and it's not fair what happened to them. But I feel like Microsoft was just like, we need to get this out the door. It's become a running joke. We just need to push it out there to die, and that sucks.
I guess if we're being like a little on the negative spectrum, I'm a little disappointed Anthem was
Oh my
not
God.
on any of our lists.
I forgot Anthem even came out this year.
I know. Right, exactly. It's already forgotten. So I'm worried for BioWare. Because I don't know what else is coming out. I mean, literally Dragon Age is probably going to be the last game that they make if they don't somehow salvage things or turn it around. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. My only downer of this happy podcast so far.
Rebecca, who you put on blast?
Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Fuck that game. Fuck
Dr. Mario.
Oh my god! That game is just the worst thing that could have ever come out of the concept of putting Dr. Mario on a mobile game. That's it. That's all I have to say. It's awful. Wow. How did we even fall this far? I thought Pokemon Go was pretty good. I thought Super Mario Run was fine. I don't know. I don't really like runners. I think they're okay. And somehow, Dr. Mario was where every shitty mobile game trope from the history of time went to die.
What do you think
about
about
that money?
The music was bad. The music was bad.
Just bad.
The play was bad. The whole thing was just not good. I had a bad experience with that game.
You were so excited for it to come out, and I wasn't going to install it, and I got it, and I was like, I don't know about this, y'all. And I was so nervous for you, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Aww.
I guess what I just wanted was it to just be Dr. Mario. Like, I just wanted Dr. Mario ported to my phone. That's it.
What if they just sold that?
I just want to play endless
just sold
Dr.
that
Marios.
as an NES game. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's it. I guess I have to live without Dr. Mario. Yeah, but that game deserves to be put on blast for being a piece of garbage. Shall we do some honorable mentions?
Yes.
All right. So our honorable mentions when we do the posties for those who are listening for the first time, or for those who forgot, or those who care. Our honorable mentions is where we name games that we didn't play, or we haven't played, or we want to play that we heard are good and we think would be on our GOTY list maybe if we played them. So with this proposition on the table for you, there's another half of this year ahead of us, and there's a lot of games still coming out. So with that in mind, with your purposeful gaming challenges in mind, with your backlogs in mind, what are your honorable mentions for the mid-year GOTY postie, of which does not have an official title? Olivia, do you want to start us off?
Sure. I've just got a list here, and there's a lot of them, so I'm just going to go down the list and steal all the answers from you guys. Thank you for letting me go first.
Okay.
Darn it.
All right. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. I'm excited to get back into Destiny 2. That seems good. Death Stranding. Who knows what that's going to be? It's probably going to be really fucking weird. The Outer Worlds. That looks like Fallout, and it'll be cool. Pokemon Sword and Shield. More Pokemon. There's drama around it, but it'll probably be fine. Doom Eternal. Sayonara Wild Hearts, No Man's Sky VR, Untitled Goose Game, Wargroove, and then to throw one, actually Wargroove already came out and Baba Is You already came out, but I haven't played those two and they seem amazing. Rebecca, what are your honorable mentions?
I've played Baba Is You and I would recommend playing it. It's very good.
That's on my list too.
So Death Stranding and Outer Worlds are on my list. Also, those are the ones that you both mentioned. Control is a big one for me. That comes out in August. I'm like, all my thoughts are just on Control, and I hope that it's good, and I need it to be good. I also have Necro Barista that comes out at the beginning of August. It's a visual novel, you know how I do. But that looks really good. I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to After Party, which is not Oxenfree. Is it Oxenfree?
It's Oxenfree.
It's
yeah,
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree.
Okay, I was like,
yeah.
am I going to say that? Yeah, so their new game, I thought that looks really good, and I'm also really excited for Luigi's Mansion 3 that I heard there's like a rumor out there that the release is, I think, October 3rd. So it's soon. So, that's what I'm excited about. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think if there were games that I wanted to play but haven't played yet, but I can't think of any. Anyway, Tyler! What are your honorable mentions?
Well, let's see here. We already mentioned Death Stranding. Baba Is You. I have Blair Witch Project, or just Blair Witch is what it's called. Astral Chain, the Badan game that's coming out in November. I just want to see that for the Until Dawn devs. Link's Awakening for the Switch.
Yeah.
I really just need the plastic toys in my life.
God,
I really
so
just do.
Cute.
Really do. That Pokemon Shield and Sword.
Gun.
And then gun. Mm-hmm. I want to get back into. I want to play Observation. It's been released already, but I haven't had a chance to actually get into it. But it seems right up my alley. And then last and maybe not least, I don't know, Digimon Survive.
Okay.
There's a Digimon game, y'all. Did you see this?
I saw when you posted it.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say about it because it's literally just like a small announcement, but there's a Digimon game. So that's something I'm looking heavily forward to.
All we have is that one kind of like mood piece trailer, and I'm imagining it's gonna be fucking Minecraft Digimon, and that I could get down with that. Like I could get down with like eat food and survive and all that jazz. So hopefully, I've got one more game. I just realized I've got one more dark horse.
Go for it.
Y'all play Fallout 76? That game's pretty good, y'all.
I
got Fallout 76, and I'm okay. So it's actually not great, but it's like a Fallout game, and I like Fallout, and like the story's garbage, and there's no critique of anything in that game, and that's bad. That's a really bad Fallout game. But you can build things, and there's gonna be Wastelanders, so hopefully that'll be good. So that's my out of left field. Fallout 76 might actually be good again.
We put NPCs in the game that we told you was not going to have any NPCs in it, baby! Fallout 76 is back!
They put fucking... Okay, so there are robot NPCs, and I'm like, you couldn't just you already have robots.
You couldn't have robots, yeah.
Just put people in it?
Yeah, they already have, like, the robots are NPCs. The robots are humans, basically. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's good.
I also... one more thing, I guess, for me would be Tokyo Ghostwire.
Is that coming out this year?
I don't know if it's coming out this year. I'm looking on the list right now. I don't see it on the list, so it must be coming out sometime. I don't think it's coming out this year, though.
Yeah, I don't think I got an announced release date. It's just kind of like that trailer. It's all we know.
That's all we know.
Hopefully,
but I'm looking forward
really
to that.
Cool if it came out in December. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
2020 is gonna be packed.
So,
I hope.
Hopefully, yes.
Google Stadia comes out this year, guys.
That's fuck! I forgot that I pre-ordered that shit. That's $140 that I'm not gonna get back. Oops.
Yo, you at least get to have it.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's true, but like
they do give you something for your $140.
I mean, okay, that's true. I just saw the pre-order controller and I was like, I need that. And then I realized, like, actually, I'm a fool because they're giving you basically what I'm paying for is that they're giving me a Chrome cast for my TV, which I don't play on the TV, or rather my TV is a computer. I have my computer hardwired into my TV, so like I don't need a Chromecast. So I paid So Olivia, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I really wanted. I almost thought about ordering one specifically for coverage purposes, just to like experience it right when it gets started. So thank you for taking that off my plate because I was really close to doing it. Thank you for making the sacrifice. I'm
gonna do an unboxing video of it, and it's gonna be great.
I would kill for that unboxing video. Please make one.
Got it. So yes. So we'll see. Google Stadia. It's gonna be
2019. There's still some life in 2019. Things are still happening. Project xCloud also comes out. Like there's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of things.
Still.
Yeah.
So, too much. Put it back in there. I'm still playing 2017 games, 2016. I still have games from 2010 or whatever. I'm still playing New Vegas. Yeah. I can't keep playing these games. Take them away.
I'm still playing Skyrim. I still play Skyrim. It's been almost 10 years. Please, somebody.
I've got a
stop me.
spreadsheet for Skyrim. We can talk after this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll hook you up some spreadsheets.
Yeah. Thank you. Oof. That's a mid-year GOTY. How about that? All right. So this has been the Greetings from Podcast. You can find us wherever podcasts are hosted, such as Apple Podcasts, Simplecast, and Spotify, and all of the other places that host podcasts that I do not know about. Send us your questions to greetingsfromcast@gmail.com. You can call us also if you want. You don't have to, but you can. You can visit us online at greetingsfrom.zone. You can follow us at greetingsfrompc on Twitter. We're greetingsfromcast on Instagram. Usernames are hard. We stream every Friday. Come on down, y'all. My name is Rebecca Faye, and you can find me at Rebecca Faye. Olivia, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LiveJQ. Tyler, where can they find you?
You can find me at World Jumpin' on Twitter.
Doritos Pope rides eternal!
Thanks for listening to Greetings From. Our intro and outro music is an edited version of Deep Fried Space Food by Substitute Sandwiches. You can find a link to the song in the podcast description. You can listen to more episodes at greetingsfrom.zone. We are also on Twitter and Twitch at greetingsfrompc and on Facebook at greetingsfromcast. Please leave us a review with your thoughts on iTunes or Google Play. It really helps us. See ya, Space Cowboy.